or you'll get knocked out of an animation for unclear reasons.
So bro jumps into a flower and says he got hit for unclear reasons. Yo, what's going on with gamers nowadays? Why is everybody so freaking toxic? It never used to be like this. But now it seems like the major publications are now following the trend. Let's talk about it. Oh, that's his butt.
Harley, no.
Worth it.
The best part of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League after playing it for a few hours is the story. And yes, it certainly seems like you will be killing characters you know and love.
Hey, your face always looks so...
Okay.
What?
Lots of death happening here. That's also a big part of the problem I have with the entire premise. I can't help
First of all, you're playing as villains, right? The Suicide Squad. They do whatever they need to do to shave off their time. That's who they are, right? But then you have an issue with them killing the superheroes that you know and love.
What?
I'm not understanding. Well, let's keep going.
Jake, that there's no way Rocksteady is going to let any of this stick. Our heroes have done terrible things. There will be a time reversal mechanic or some alternate Earth timeline that comes along and washes away all of the terrible awfulness that happens during the story.
Okay. Hold on. He's upset with the fact that the Suicide Squad is killing the Justice League. He hopes that a rewind factor or some type of thing happened in the story to reverse said timeline because he has an issue with them killing the Justice League. How do you have morality in a video game that you use villains to play as the main characters?
Are you fucking dumb?
That's one thing I don't understand, but let's keep going.
From enslaving a child form of poison ivy to straight up watching your heroes murder people, there's a lot here to make you feel a bit uncomfortable about the journey you're being taken on.
Daphne's hungry.
I did it, okay? I put the bloody bomb in her head ages ago.
What?
And when you pair this disconnect with game mechanics straight out of the likes of Destiny, Anthem, or
1 minute into the video, he complained about morality issues playing as villains. Let's think about that, people. Come on.
Marvel's Avengers, I'm left worried about the final product coming together in a way that works.
Which is understandable.
The fun just wasn't there for me. At least not yet. Let me explain in more detail.
Not yet.
The story has its fun moments, yes, and the team banter, at least during the cutscenes, is when Kill the Justice League is at its best.
Awesome.
Aw, he's so...
First of all, let's get it clear. So he pretty much stated the story that he had morality issues with ended up being a good story. The cutscenes were good. The voice acting was good. And he said it was given a lot of love. I think with those factors in place, wouldn't that make a good storyline? Okay, let's keep going.
While they could reverse time to fix the morality issues at play, chances are that will be difficult given the planned expansions, story additions, and gear chases coming later in the form of free updates.
Again, he then mentions a morality issue, and he wants the game to go in his direction instead of playing a game that was created to be enjoyed by the fans of the Suicide Squad. But it seems like you're not a fan of the Suicide Squad, and this is why you're reviewing it this way. But I'm not sure. I'm not a mind reader, but let's keep going.
That means we'll be stuck with the terrible things that transpire, and if the name sticks, stuck with a dead Justice League. At one point, the team puts a bomb in the head of Poison Ivy, who just happens to be a child. But hey, they punch Boomerang for putting a bomb in her head. So let's move on from that whole enslaving a child thing.
So we expect a team of villains who kill people for a living to stop at enslaving a child. All right.
I get it's Poison Ivy and this is kind of Waller's thing, but I'm using it to illustrate a point. All of these things in one package feels like an odd mix. Rocksteady had a winning formula with the Batman games and is trying to write a completely new book, but so far, lightning is not in this bottle.
So pretty much what you're saying, Mr. Reviewer, you wish they made another Batman game. This is not what the fans wanted. We wanted a different game. We want to play with more people in the DC universe. Are we not tired of playing the same games for 10, 15 years? What are you talking about?
Live service game from Rocksteady is not what I had on my wish list this year.
That's cool.
The team is single-handedly responsible for making some of the best combat I have ever experienced. The Predator sections in the Arkham series also allowed you to tackle them with stealth or brute force, adding further flavor and variety to Bruce Wayne's vigilantism. To this day, in fact, you can find ridiculous takedown montages on YouTube and TikTok for Batman Arkham Knight. Unfortunately,
to this day, you can find Batman content, right? To this day, I can find Sonic 2 content. What are you actually saying, bro? This game has not even been released. How's that even a comparison, bro? Game isn't even out. Did you give people a chance to make content on this game? What is this?
For Suicide Squad, once the fun story bits end, you're left with a much less inspired combat system and an open world that's filled with tedious tasks that are more about grinding through traditional tropes like point defense or collect the material and turn it in. There are shining moments with the combat, such as...
I want to ask everybody right now, what is the genre of Suicide Squad? It's a loot shooter. Isn't that what you do in loot shooters? It's grindy, and the satisfaction of doing said grind is getting the gears upgraded and doing maximum damage outputs and doing different customized options to make your character unique. Isn't that what it's about?
The powerful feeling of takedowns, and there does seem to be some depth to the build variety, but you'll do it surrounded by teammates who won't shut up with their quips, which quickly becomes annoying.
Feels good to be an apex predator.
I might look chill, but that's just my UX design.
Sometimes it's to the point
he gets annoyed that this game has life, that the NPCs actually interact with you. How immersive do you want this game to be? Or would you prefer the NPCs not talk and just grunt? All right.
That you'll get 2 to 3 lines of dialogue overlapping while you're just waiting for your crew at a checkpoint. And when the combat does start, it has its fun moments, but it also has weird issues like long animations to regen your shield, or you'll...
If we take back this tape, we just noticed that this dude literally shoots at the ground twice. To me, it looks like a whole skill issue, my guy.
Has weird issues.
Look at this, bro.
This
man has no aim. What do you even play this game? You play solitaire.
Checkpoint. And when the
look at this, shoots at the ground twice.
But it also has weird issues like long animations to regen your shield.
Are you serious?
Regen your shield, or you'll get knocked out of the animation for unclear reasons. I thought it was just me, but it also happens in this provided footage straight from WB. Well, we have this.
It also happens in this provided footage from WB. You can clearly see Flash attacking you. Sorry you could not keep up with the game. A skill issue. Skill issue. Look at this.
But it also
Flash attacks him. It's clear.
Well, we have this provided boss fight footage against the Flash to reference. I just want to mention that I found this fight incredibly annoying. There's no indication of where the Flash is most times, and he's the Scarlet Speedster, so he's just constantly zipping around the map.
Hey, genius. If you were to make a Flash boss fight, how would you implement Flash in a boss fight? He's in an open world, and Flash is the fastest mother effer in damn DC. Wouldn't that be the most sensible way to make him? He's going to be annoying. I imagine somebody who can run as fast as he can would be annoying to fight. You can't catch him.
That didn't make the fight hard, it just made it frustrating. You get a handful of shots
skill
on
issue.
He teleports to the next location, so you're just trying to chase him down or catch him standing in one spot long enough to get hits in before he does it all again. I do wish there was a bit of a he's down, get a moment, but unfortunately it seems like that trope wasn't used here.
Sorry.
WB also sent over some...
I'm sorry the mechanic that you wanted in game wasn't in this one. The same mechanic that always happens. They wanted to do something different. I'm sorry, bro.
Footage of an experienced Shark player wrecking shop, so I'll include some footage of their gameplay in this video preview to show what it looks like when someone has played for hundreds of hours versus a couple of hours at a preview event.
Yeah, he much better than you. This looks much better than what you did, bro. This looks way more interesting. I'm seeing, nah, this looks way better. This looks way more fun. Way more fun.
In the open world, however, missions tend to favor many of the tired and true types, which makes them feel a bit like uninspired filler. Like, stop me if you've heard this one before, you defend a point from waves of enemies that spawn.
Okay.
Sound familiar?
Yeah, because this is a loot shooter. It's familiar.
Enemies, you just stand around waiting with nothing to do. This was exactly what happened during one of the core story missions, and the padding feels completely unnecessary. When the next quest started, I stood there while Amanda Waller called my character on comms and bantered with Poison Ivy before sending me back to the other end of the map to save citizens in a flying bus that looked like it's straight out of Fortnite.
Tell me what sense that made. You have dialogue. You have to wait for said dialogue to continue a mission. Is that not normal in video games?
At least the Riddler puzzles are making a return from the Arkham games, bringing at least one familiar fun activity to Suicide.
Again, he mentions Arkham. This is not Arkham. This is Suicide Squad. Get your head in the game, my brother.
Squad's Metropolis.
Within this city's fiscal stash, Lex Luthor sits upon your cash.
At least I hope they're fun,
He got
because I
bars.
didn't actually get to solve any of them. The potential.
So, bro, did no missions in the Riddler thing. Just the fact it reminded him of Arkham, that was a plus to him. Nice.
Saving grace for all my gripes could be that the whole combat system comes together a lot better when you get to sit down and actually make a build, which we didn't have a chance to do right away at the preview event.
Hey guys, we didn't have a chance to fully experience the game, so we don't like it. Tell me how that sounds. Tell me how that sounds to you guys.
For some context, we started playing through the same tutorial from the beta and picking a character, Deadshot.
This boy cannot
After
shoot,
that,
dog.
we jumped straight into Chapter 3, where I tried out Shark because the character I had been playing on was taken. What I didn't realize was that Chapter 3 gives you complete build control.
So another thing, he was sad somebody took his character. Aw, you can't play who you wanted to play, so let's say I don't like the game.
Having played on a different class, it took me a bit of our session to get warmed up to the new movement mechanics Shark has compared to Deadshot. If we look back at the provided Flash gameplay, it looks like the player has a good grasp at movement, but it all comes back to similar core mechanics. Aim gun, shoot gun, and those core mechanics in a game like Destiny really save it. Here, it just feels samey across the board, even
I can understand
with each
that
character's abilities
to a certain
in.
extent.
I didn't really
I can
get
respect
time to
that.
look at my gear stats and throw something together to try out, but I did try a build recommendation from Jack Hackett, production manager at Rocksteady, but again, I didn't really have enough time to get used to how it's supposed to flow together. However, his excitement about the build possibilities does continue to give me a glimmer of hope. To give you a taste of what you'll be looking at in terms of complexity, there are weapon afflictions that attach an elemental effect to weapons like Deep Freeze that does core damage for a period of time. Penguin will let you craft new weapons, shield mods, traversal mods, or grenades.
That is fire.
There are some interesting guns here.
Look at the level of depth.
That will not do damage to a Terminaut, but will slow down every enemy within 10 meters.
I like what I see.
And there was this one slot machine grenade that was also pretty
That's
fun.
fire.
Each character also has a skill tree they can upgrade, and all of that is on top of weapons and mods that work together to give you passive buffs when you pair, say, two Gizmo gear pieces together to...
Bro, I don't know what you guys see, but I see a lot of positive from this game. I actually had a chance to experience the alpha. I can't talk about it, but all I can tell you guys is, yeah, you feel me? I don't understand what's going on.
Do more burning damage, but with the trade-off that grenades do 50% less damage, but have a 100%.
Like, meaning this game takes more time to get into, which I understand. You can say the game starts off slow, and you didn't have a chance, but to flat out say you just don't like it just because it didn't do exactly what you wish it would do because it was made by that developer, that's my issue, and that's what it sounds like. This review sounds too biased for me.
chance to burn all enemies. I know I've been really hard on Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League in this preview, and believe me, I really want to be wrong about it. Not only is Rocksteady one of my favorite developers, but this genre is one I've spent far too much time in across Destiny, Anthem, and yes, even Marvel's Avengers. But while there is a story here that makes me wonder where the heck it's all going, I left the preview even less optimistic than when I came in. Here's hoping Suicide Squad wins me back when it releases on February 2nd. Are you excited about Suicide Squad?
Whatever, man. Listen, I'm all for people being critical and being real about their experiences about a game. And I'm always the one to tell somebody, don't let anybody tell you if you should or you shouldn't buy it. If you're interested in it, go buy it, go try it. Because the way you may feel about it, another person may not. That's all I can say. So when Suicide Squad drops, to let you guys know, I'll be streaming it. TDN signing out. Yo, yo, yo.